It's late at night. You think you're safe. You turn the lights out, and then you hear a scream and shout. No one's home. You're alone. Lay back down, pull up your sheets. Your knees start to feel weak. You can feel your heartbeat. Is your door closed? You feel your feet exposed. Now you're in a state. It's much, much too late. You can't escape this deadly fate. Warning, the following podcast contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Welcome back to Sinister Ghouls, Twisted Sisters, your paranormal true crime and everything creepy podcast. I am your host, Ghoulie Gonzo, and I'm here today with
Gabagoo.
Gabagoo is here. She's filling in for JoJo, who has the bug. Yeah, that sucks. It's going around pretty good right now again. So she is with Poopy Stool Ghoul. I'm sorry. She doesn't like that, but it's Poo Poo Ghoul. And they're just chillaxing. So today we kind of have like a throw in crazy, random, fun shit episode. So we didn't hit him up, but we talked about Dennis Nilsson the last 2 weeks. So I figure that, it'd be nice to go into some creepy stories, just creepy shit, right? So today we're going to have Gabagoo. We're going to have her tell us a little bit about something she did some notes on. So I told her pick a couple things out you're interested in and you want to talk about that's creepy because we did two true crimes today, Junior. Oh, shit. So what I was saying was I told her to pick 2 creepy stories to do. And that's because we did 2 weeks in a row of true crime serial killer Dennis Nilsson. Butthole, okay? He's a jerk. Now we're doing a crazy, creepy episode. And then next week, when JoJo's back, we have another fun, creepy, paranormally episode. It's actually creepy, really.
It's creepy.
It's creepy. Yes. And then the one after that is going to be a true crime. And it is a little bit creepy, too. But it's a true crime. And many of you might know. I'm not going to tell you. So today, Gabagoo is going to start with what? What is your first story going to be, Gabagoo? Wait. I'm drinking. I'm drinking tequila. It's supposed to be a sunrise, but I kind of, the Shandon did up.
So you watered it down?
No, I watered What? Did you water it down? Hell no, I didn't water it down. What I did was I added Hawaiian Punch with the pineapple orange juice, the little bit of Sprite and lime with the tequila. So, yeah, tequila. Tequila. And Gabagoo is just drinking some water in an empty Dunkin' cup. She's real
I'm just
classy.
rich.
I beg to differ. You probably saved these Dunkin' Donuts cups and you use them.
I do. I use it for a week straight, so everything's so cool.
Do you know you guys that bacteria grows in plastic cups?
I did that one time in middle school. Does
it really grow in plastic cups?
Oh, I don't know, but it was a Voss water bottle, and I thought I was the shit drinking out of it. So I washed it and refilled it up like it was a regular everyday cup for probably good at least 3 days. I had my mom literally wash the dishes.
Oh, God. No. Ron, no. Oh, God, let me turn down the volume. Hold on. We'll try to control our coughing near the mics today. For whatever reason, everybody loved the episode that we were on when we were extremely sick, and I had trabonculitis, and she did also, and we barely had voices.
We talk like this.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. It's like the most plays that we have for Sinister Ghouls, Twisted Sisters.
It's our sexy
and it's
voice.
A Gabagoo stand-in episode, and it's like 50 over our top listener, like insane.
It's weird, guys.
It is
What's
weird.
the heck's the deal?
Get
Get them all up there.
Get them all up. Get out. Oh, I had to turn my alarm off,
or
too.
Can you not get it up? Wink, wink.
You said wink, wink. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. So, she's choking. There goes the trying not to cough in the mic. You fucking loser. Oh, even louder last cough. Fucking motherfucker. So, Gabagoo is going to talk about, what is it, Gabba?
St. George's Church.
Okay. I've heard of it, yeah.
Built in the 14th century in Lukova, Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic, okay.
The church was abandoned in 1968 after the roof collapsed during a funeral. Oh, that's shitty.
That is shitty. You thought it was shitty to start with.
For real.
Then it got even shittier. Sorry, that's not funny. But that is shitty.
I'd be pissed if it was my funeral.
Oh my God, you're already dead.
I'd be so mad though.
You're up
this
there
was
like
my day and you took it away from me.
You are already up there like, oh God. Of course this happened at my funeral. Ron. No. Ron. Okay.
But so because of that, locals believe that the church is haunted or it was cursed. After it was empty for so long, I guess a local artist named, I'm going to butcher this, Jacob Hedrava.
Hedrava?
I think that's
Jacob Hedrava. Okay.
He decided to play off of the church's, I said creepsy history.
Creepsiest history?
Creepsy.
Okay, we got a new word, you guys. Okay, Wicked Fiends. Creepsiest. That's a new one by Gabagool on Sinister Ghouls, Twisted Sisters, and Friends. It's like a TV show. Sinister Ghouls, Twisted Sisters, and Friends. And Fiends. There you go.
Yeah.
That's when we have extra people on. And Fiends. Okay. So anyways, creepiest. Creepsiest.
Yeah. And he built life-size ghosts to put inside the church.
Okay. Yeah.
They're
creepy, dude.
They are sitting in like pews and put in other spots around the church, and it just looks like there's literal people with like white cloaks over them,
just sitting in the pews. Yeah,
and it looks like they're like hunched over praying too. It's creepy.
It looks like real people. You guys can look this stuff up. Yeah. What is it? St. George? Is it George's?
Yeah.
St. George's Church?
Yeah, in Czech Republic. I couldn't find like the actual. Yeah.
St. George's Church in the Czech Republic. Yeah. I've come across these pictures randomly just looking up creepy shit because I'm a creeper. And that's fucking scary. So
yeah. I would poop my pants if I saw that. But it said that the statues are to represent the, I'm butcher this too, Sudeten Germans or German Bohemians. I don't know if they're two different things or if they're the same things and just one's a different word.
Yeah. I don't know.
But apparently they're an ethnic group that used to live in the area.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Hey, whatever. That's really, really cool. That's pretty dope in my opinion. And it is absolutely creepy. And it's funny that you brought that up because I don't remember. Maybe, was that on like TikTok recently?
I feel like it was. Because I know I've seen pictures of it.
Sorry, blowing the mic.
I know I've definitely seen pictures of it on TikTok before.
Yeah.
So it must be.
That's what I'm thinking because I feel like the reason why I was like, oh, it's so creepy was because I had recently saw it.
Right.
I feel like I have a very deep voice today. Listen, that was creepy. For So if we sound any different, you guys, say something. Count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6. The reason we're tracking is because I have 4 mics hooked up and 4 headsets hooked up, but the 2 other mics are off. And for whatever reason, I had all 4 working. I recorded and everything to do a test. And now one of the mics won't work. So that's dumb. Because next Saturday, we will be doing me, JoJo, Poopy, Leslie Ghoul, and E-Ghoul, a special bonus episode to have them introduce themselves, talk a little bit. I got a fun little theme planned. E-Ghoul is going to tell us some stuff. I know I said this last episode. But those 2 are also my best buddies, like best friends from work. And we're lifelong friends now. I have a big group of those. So that was St. George's Church in, where was it again?
Czech
The
Republic.
Czech Republic. Okay, so now let me adjust myself. We are going to talk about, and you guys have and Gabagool has another story to talk about.
They would
But
say you guys have mustaches.
you guys all have mustaches. So, okay. Many people visiting natural places, reserves, parks, whatever, around the whole world, they have experienced or reported experiencing paranormal phenomena connected with, get ready, ooh, pow, chicka, chicka, ka, strange stairs that seem to lead nowhere. And a lot of these are obviously in the woods, like I said. So let's see. We want to go into it. Why is my phone beeping? So, on everybody knows Reddit, there was a user who worked as an infectious disease expert, and it was for the government. Obviously, I feel like that's just like a given with an infectious disease. Yes. So, and he was investigating mutilations, like animal mutilations, that around that time Roswell UFO incident happened. I don't know if you remember any of that, but we'll end up doing that in an episode. So what they said is that they claimed that following 6 months, several sets of stairs appeared. That's creepy, first of all, just saying that.
Yeah.
During the night and were gone the following day, leaving only scorch marks in the earth where they had been that night prior.
Oh.
So, a man from the Philippines also says he was fired from his job as someone who worked in the forest, or a forester, you could say, for being absent or not there for several years. Huh?
What?
So what he says happens is he climbs some freaking stairs in the middle of the woods, right? To escape an aggressive dog, like a dog just running around like a stray dog, which
Dog's coming up the stairs.
what he ran up those motherfucking stairs, get away from that damn
But the
dog.
dog can go up the
Oh,
stairs.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
That's
So to
true.
him, only a few minutes had passed, but his employer claimed that he had been gone for 5 freaking years. No.
That's
Whoa.
you can't explain that.
No, 5 freaking years. So, okay, that's one. That's another. Sorry. So, in Sweden, 2 young men found a strange set of stairs in the woods. And of course, what did they decide to do?
Climb up.
Decided to climb it. Yep. One of the men felt like a cold, icy touch on his back or shoulder. Okay. He turned around thinking that his friend must have like poked him or like, hey, Jimmy. Like,
Alice was giving him a
hey,
back
Bobby.
massage.
Yeah. Ooh, Jimmy. So, anyways, so whatever. So when he turned around, his friend was standing like several feet behind or away. Too far away to have even remotely touched him, is what he's saying. So that's one. That's creepy. It's not as creepy as a guy disappearing for 5 years, but it's creepy. Another story speaks of a woman who climbed some stairs in the woods and suddenly fell dead.
Why are you climbing them stairs? I
Dead.
wouldn't climb those stairs. That's a safety hazard.
Safety hazard. That's a good one. Yeah, no. I mean, don't climb stairs that don't have tops. Oh my God.
Or in the middle of the woods.
I said don't climb stairs that don't have tops. Oh God. Okay, so many witnesses of these stairs in the woods. They're startled by the fact that these stairs do not seem to be abandoned.
Oh no, they're not.
How you say? They are. I said how you say? Let me drink some water with my tequila.
They're ghosts.
God, that was fucking great. They are typically free of vegetation and seem very well maintained. So it's like not like you find these fucking woods and then you walk into it and then you find these fucking stairs and they're like absolutely clean and like there's no growth around it on it, anything.
Now
like-
I'm really not going up on
You know
them.
what I'm saying? Like if that shit looks clean, bro.
Why?
Extraterrestrial. Extraterrestrial.
You
What do you
only-
extraterrestrial? Extraterrestrial.
You only clean the entrance if you're expecting visitors.
This bitch talking about entering fucking houses and shit.
Well, that's like, I mean, like, that's
You
what people
only
say
clean.
about your
Oh my
booty
god,
hole.
clean that booty hole before people enter it.
Yeah, but like the same thing applies for a house, right?
This bitch, this bitch, this girl, this young lady at 19 years old
You're clean.
compares cleaning your staircase to come in your house to a butthole. Butthole pleasures. Rimming.
Pretty much.
Oh God, run!
Why?
No!
Yeah, if you don't want
Oh my
anybody
God.
on the stairs, make them dirty. Let them get dirty. Why do you care?
Gross. So if you don't want anything in your bum hole, keep it dirty, bitches. Keep it dirty. Okay, so they are sometimes described as being extremely old, and some are made of stone. Some also appear to be modern and out place. Like it doesn't look like it
Like
fits.
that one in the picture.
Yes, like I'll post some pictures. Like there's this. Okay, I'll explain this picture to y'all. As so there's this picture I have, and it's like a staircase, right? And there's like walls. It's walled in.
It looks like an escalator.
It looks like an escalator with walls on the side and a flat wall at the top. Like you're not
Yeah.
going anywhere, and it isn't moving. You're walking those.
Yeah, like
And they do, it doesn't. That's not a thing.
yeah. There's no reason for you to go up
Yes,
them.
and if
Stay
trees
away.
like fucking grow through cement and shit after a couple years, like where are the trees and the shit growing through these? You know what I'm
Literally.
saying? It's creepy.
I don't get it.
I know it's actually. So let's see possible explanations. Paranormal. It seems from some stories that these staircases could be anything from, like I had said, extraterrestrial activity to possible residual hauntings. Or what I thought and what they thought and what they mentioned in this is another dimension or portals. So this dude fucking
totally.
bounces. He's like, oh, this dog, oh, woo, 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 and he runs. He gets up these, bam, he's up the top of the steps. Boom, he's gone fucking
Where are
68 seconds, 140 seconds. Boom, bam, he's back. You're fired, Jimmy. You're fired. You've been gone 5 years. Where'd he go? A fucking portal. Another dimension. Sorry, but but for real though, sometimes I just talk. Sometimes
there wasn't a dog.
yes, there was.
What?
Remember the guy's story? The whole thing I just said was a story. Fucking goo.
What? Hold on.
The man who ran up the stairs away from the dog. And you said dogs can fucking run upstairs. Remember that whole conversation?
I thought you said he was walking his dog. I was like, he didn't have a dog.
No, motherfucker. Okay.
Ooh.
Probably the most likely but least fun explanation is that this
not true.
Right. If it ain't fun, it ain't real. Explanation is that the stairs are the remains of old abandoned buildings or, people simply misremembering locations like, oh, that wasn't there last week. I was here. I was here shoplifting. I said I meant hunting. I was over here shoplifting. I was hunting. You know what I'm saying? I was running.
Run,
I saw those.
Run.
Yeah, so like they might have just misremembered their location. You know what I mean?
Wrong.
And that's what I think. Wrong. What do you think is happening with the stairs in the woods, you guys? What do you think? Let us know what you guys think about these stairs at some point. You know what I mean? Like,
would you go up? Would you rather?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, we're gonna go into another cool, creepy thing. Hold on, I really wanted to. Ooh, what? 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 Okay, so Eben Byers, the man whose jaw fell off. Ding ding ba bum.
The picture.
It's a bad picture.
Stay Alive, is it?
Yes.
The girl.
Eben Byers. Oh, Stay Alive. I was thinking of Grudge when the
oh yeah, maybe that's what I'm
when she
thinking
comes
of.
up the stairs, she was missing and shit. Grudge, great movie.
That's the one movie that scared me.
I just did the shame sound. I said Grudge number one. That's shame. That's for what?
Michelob Ultra.
Michelob Ultra, which is not here today. Just water and tequila and water.
Yeah, and empty Dunkin' cups.
An empty bacteria-filled plastic.
And we're looking for boyfriends.
And we're looking for boyfriends. Oh God,
sneaking it in.
She's so dumb, you guys.
Boyfriend, send it to my P.O. box.
That's right. We would. Hey,
No.
if you all want us to have a PO box, you got to start leaving DMs.
Yeah, for real.
Because if you say, "Hey, we want to mail you something," then I'll get a PO box, and it could be a love letter, or it could be a story that you wanted to write out,
I like
and I
toe
can
rings.
frame it. Yeah, if you write it really cool and send like a drawing of us, I'll frame that shit and post it, and I'll put it on the podcast. Whoa.
I like toe rings and
Okay,
anklets and
Gabagoo, listen.
jewelry.
That's not horror. She's not. You can't buy jewelry for that unless there's like a dead, dismembered finger or something. Gold finger.
A vial of your blood on a necklace.
Yes. Oh, Ron. Yes.
Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Oh my God, so good.
They actually did that.
I know they're weirdos. So weird. So okay. Oh, all right. So, who was Eben Byers? Eben Byers was born on April 12th, 1880. And he was born in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, to be quite.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Fuck the pit. Whatever. I can't have my family. Half my family likes the pig. I said the Pittsburghs. Okay, so his full name, Ebenezer McBurney Byers. That's actually very cool.
Yeah, it is.
Ebenezer McBurney Byers.
That sounds like a mouthful.
It is a mouthful. So he was the son of Alexander McBurney Byers. And he was an art collector, his father, a financier, president of a steel company, and the National Iron Bank of Pittsburgh was the company that his father, I'm assuming, was president of. So, due to his family's considerable wealth, Eben, oh, that's why I called him Ebenezer. Eben had access to top-notch education. He attended renowned schools like St. Paul's in Concord, New Hampshire, and Yale, of course.
Got a nice golf swing.
Of course. Yes, he played golf as well. Eben's true talent lay in sports. So in 1906, he won the U.S. Amateur Golf Championship. Dope.
Ooh. Golf boys, hit me up.
Oh my God. Eben's father later appointed him as the chairman of his business, the A.M. Byers Company, which was among the largest producers of wrought iron in America. Tragically, Eben's life would be cut short due to an overindulgence in toxic radioactive radium.
What do you say? Radium.
What do you say about radium? Why?
That looks scary. I would not drink that.
Why did Eben Byers drink radium? It's Eradithor certified radioactive water, contains radium and mesothorium in triple distilled water. So, let me make sure we don't have to do the. So, okay, let me get back into it. So, in November 1927, Eben Byers was returning home after attending the annual Yale Harvard football game when the train suddenly came to a halt and he fell from his berth. Is that like a seat? Probably. Injuring his arm. He was prescribed Radithor, a medication made by dissolving radium in water by his doctor, C.C. Moyer. And I didn't mean Meyer, I meant Moyer. C.C. Moyer.
He's literally drinking radioactive water. What?
It's fucking crazy.
Oh.
So at that time, no one knew that, radioactive material could cause genetic mutations and cancer with high levels of exposure. So Radithor became extremely popular. William J. Bailey, who falsely claimed to be a doctor, created Radithor and offered physicians a 17% commission on every bottle of the drug that they prescribed. Sounds like doctors nowadays. Not with radium.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah. So over 3 years, Byers consumed up to 3 bottles a day of this Radithor, totaling around 1,400 fucking doses. He claimed that the drug made him feel toned up, in quotes. Toned, like, when you gotta tone up your arms. Toned
like
up. Yeah. Although some reports suggest he took it for sexual reasons.
Ew,
and we're not
dirty.
dissing you. We're not dissing you. Gabagoo's over here talking about buttholes. So we ain't dissing. God almighty. So Byers had been known as, in quotes, Foxy Grandpa by his Yale classmates due to his way with the women. And Radithor was said to have revived his libido as he approached his late 40s. Unfortunately, this drug and its side effects were catastrophic, regardless of Byers' reason for taking it. Ooh, ooh.
That picture, I'm gonna have a nightmare.
It's horrible.
There's close-ups.
Oh God, Ron! All right, so we're just gonna I'm gonna get another drink, fill up both of my drinks, the water and the tequila, and we're gonna get back to Evan and his radioactive water.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yo,
gonna
when you
make
bringing
some
Saturday to
radioactive
the
water.
gala, I'm bringing a flask full of radioactive water.
I'm gonna go drink.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna go drink radioactive water, guys.
She's
I'll
such a
let you
loser.
know how it goes.
She won't be back because her tongue's gonna fall out. Well, wait, he did this for fucking years, bro. 3 years.
All right, so if I do it once, then we're chilling. I'll let you guys
You gotta
know.
wait 3 years in between each time. Oh my God. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay. Bye. Making a dream on this little boo 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 brain. Da da ba da boo boo boo. Boo 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 boo. And we're back. We're back. We're back. I mean, yeah. So we were talking about Foxy Grandpa.
Oh yeah.
Ebenezer Byers in his falling off face. That was mean. So whatever. So Byers stopped taking Radithor in October 1930 after consuming approximately 1,400 doses. When the drug effects began to diminish, he experienced weight loss, headaches, tooth loss. So in 1931, the Federal Trade Commission, requested Byers to testify about his ordeal, but his illness prevented him from traveling. So he couldn't go anywhere. So a lawyer was sent to him, to his home, so he could make a statement. And he reported that Byers had lost most of his upper jaw, except for 2 front teeth, and a significant portion of his lower jaw. The remaining bone tissue in his body was disintegrating and holes were developing in his skull.
Ugh.
So bad, the pictures, you guys.
Ugh.
There's a video too. I'm going to try to be able to post that. So on March 31st, 1931, Eben passed away. And at that, it was believed that he died due to, what do you think? Radiation poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
So later, it was discovered that his death was caused by the cancer, not acute radiation syndrome. Like cancer had built from it.
Oh.
It could cause cancer.
Right.
It wasn't, yeah. So he was laid to rest at the Allegheny Cemetery. I sound like my grandma. He was at the Allegheny Cemetery, located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in that cemetery, in case you didn't get that. Byers was interred in a coffin lined with lead. So in 1965, when his body was exhumed for examination, that's just so funny to me. Exhumed for examination. I don't know. It's not funny. It sounds cool.
Say that 10 times fast.
Exhumed for examination. Say toy boat 5 times.
Boy.
Exactly. If you say it once, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. You have to move with it. Do it. Move with it.
Wait.
Okay, she's done. Take bike. Take it to bike. Okay, take bike. Take a bike over there, Gabagoo. So when he was examined and exhumed, it was discovered that his remains still emitted high levels of radiation, measuring at 225,000 becquerels.
Homeboy was a walk-in Shermbo.
Dude, they had him in fucking lead fucking lined fucking coffee case.
Wait, is that what it was called?
What?
Chernobyl or whatever. Chernobyl.
Chernobyl? Oh God.
Chernobyl.
Oh no.
Chernobyl.
No, she said. What did you say at first?
Shenantries.
Oh, you said it's a fucking shit. I'm fucking done, bro. Oh. So, for reference, the average human body contains roughly 0.0169 grams of potassium -40, which produces approximately 4,400 becquerels of radiation. Now, his body after being dead was 225,000 of becquerel radiation. Yeah. So that's like way gazillion times more than what the
You
hell.
think that was his pickup line? Hey girl, I got 200,000 volts of radiation in my body.
What?
I think that was like a pickup line.
Mm-mm.
Oh, my boyfriend's not at work.
What?
My pretend boyfriend over there.
Oh my god. Okay, so I got another little story, but maybe I'll let Gabagoo tell hers right now. So do you need the light on?
No, I'm good.
Don't strain your eyes.
I got glasses on.
The light's dark. The light's dark. All right. Gabagoo. She's gonna move on to the next one. Now listen, you guys. She's not as good as I am with reading her stories and telling or talking about her notes. She's learning how to, do her own type of investigations.
I'm losing my news reporter voice virginity. Okay,
Yeah,
take
she
it
just
slow.
did it. Now nobody can do it like JoJo, but we try. We do. I do it more like a radio show host.
I do it like I read in school.
Yes, she's like, okay, Gabagoo, it's your turn. Third page, second paragraph.
We're popcorn reading.
All right, roll with it.
All right, the Island of the Dolls.
What?
The Island of the Dolls is what
it sounds like you went there.
I can't. I don't speak Spanish. I'm white, so.
Yeah, she can't speak English either, so don't worry about it.
Well, Isle de la Monecas, I think we said it was.
Isle de, say it again.
Monecas?
Muñecas.
Yeah, that.
Muñecas. Is Isle de, what'd you say? The Isle de
Las Monecas.
The Isle de los Muñecas.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Come here, Maggie Colbert. Okay. It's the Island of the Dells.
Yeah.
You can't fucking laugh during that. It's supposed to be scary, Goo. I called you Goo. I don't even call you Gabagool anymore. I call you Goo. Yo, it's supposed to be scary, Goo. Okay. Pick on up.
That should be a TikTok sound. All right. I don't know this guy's full name. I couldn't find anything about it.
Oh, yes. Don Julian Santana Barrera was his name. Yes. Yeah, it's the story of La Isla de las Muñecas, the Islands of the Dolls.
Yeah.
And it is intimately entwined with the story of Don Julian Santana Barrera. He was native of the area. I'll go ahead now.
So, in the story I found, they just call him Barrera. So that's what I'm just going to call him.
Sure.
Instead of his full name.
Well, now you know his whole name, so we are going to go with Barrera.
Yeah.
Barrera.
Rocher.
Ferrer Rocher. Wait, what is it? Eagle and Leslie Gould kept saying I said it wrong.
What?
I call them Ferrer Rochers. What are they? You drinking that fucking water like you're a fucking llama.
Yeah, they
Tina,
are.
Get some ham. Shit. Yeah.
Oh, wait. I guess if I really think about how I say it, I might say Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know either.
Roll with it.
Anyways.
Ferrero.
So, this guy. Let me figure out where actually. Okay. The island didn't become popular until 1943 when this man lived here. And then after he died, his family opened it up to the public in 2001 as a tourist attraction. There's 3 huts you can stay in and a small museum containing articles from newspapers about the island and Barrera himself.
Okay.
So, I'm losing my mind. The first doll that Barrera collected is displayed in the one-room hut that he used to sleep in, along with his favorite doll, Augustina, I think is her name.
Okay.
And so to get to the island, you need to take these gondola-like boats, is what they're called. But I guess some rowers refused to give rides to the island out of their superstitions.
Okay.
The legend part of the island is that Barrera came across what seemed to be a girl who either was already drowning
Mm-hmm.
or already did drown or
Yeah.
was drowning.
Gotcha.
And
Because she
he,
drowned in that lake area.
yeah, and he tried to rescue her but couldn't. And they never like found out who the girl was or anything like that. And then the next day, Barrera came across
That doll.
a doll floating in the same spot that the girl was. And then
Mm.
I guess the next day the same thing happened, and I
Oh
don't know
shit.
if they just kept like happening every day or
Mm-hmm.
if he just started buying dolls or
Mm-hmm.
something. But eventually the whole island like is full of like dolls. He
Yeah.
hung the first doll up in memory of the little girl because he believed it was her
Mm-hmm.
doll,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm assuming he just started hanging them all up
Oh
around.
yeah. Well, he used to like find them all around like the island. Like if they were, God, he would like scrounge them. Like he
Yeah.
would scrounge the dolls
Uh,
up. Like you wouldn't buy them. He'd scrounge them from the trash or like the
like,
canals, and
yeah.
he would hang them all over the island.
I was gonna say they don't
Yeah,
look very.
and some of them were like headless, just
Yeah.
torsos, legs. Like weird or
Ugh.
whatever. Yeah, and
But
it obviously he wasn't mentally
yeah, oh yeah.
all there.
In 2001, Barrera's nephew came to help his uncle with the island.
Hmm.
They were building like they must. Oh, never mind. They were building. Take that out.
What?
They were building, but at this point in time, in 2001, Barrera was 80 when they were fishing in the canal.
Wow.
When Barrera claimed that mermaids in the water were
Oh my
calling
lord.
for him, his nephew stepped away for a minute, and when he came back, he found his uncle lifeless, face down in the canal in the same spot where the little girl was said to have drowned.
Jeez.
And then after his family opened the island to the public, there have been like a ton of reports about the dolls moving or whispering or
Yeah. Yeah.
creepy shit.
Well, what's crazy is I'm gonna jump on in because those were good notes and that was really good explanation of the Isla de los Muñecas. Ghost Adventures went and did an episode. We should watch it on Island of the
I
Dolls.
think I did remember
Hmm.
seeing clips of that.
Yep. They obviously assumed he drowned.
Yeah.
Obviously. There was something I wanted to add about this doll. Don Julio Santana Barrera. Don Julio left his wife and family sometime in the mid 20th century. So he wanted to go on like an island, like just be on an island by himself. Like, I don't know. It sounds like a dick to me. Sorry, Juan. Juliano Duan Han, whatever.
Ugh.
So his reasons for doing that were hazy, but it became clear that he was not like right in the head. So
Yeah.
when he found the body of that young girl that drowned in the lake, and then he found the doll after and he hung the doll. There's pictures and we'll post it all, but it's supposed to be pretty freaking haunted. He was alone on that island for like a long time. And he took the dolls and hung them from freaking trees. Like that's creepy.
That's what I'm thinking. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how those dolls got
Yeah.
there.
Oh
But
my god, I'm sorry. What the fuck? Did you hear that crazy ass 40-second burp?
Yeah.
I'm very upset with myself. I did not mean to do that. Anyway, so at least, let's see. It's crazy because he thought if he hung these dolls that he found randomly, that it would appease the spirit of the girl that had
Right.
died that he had found. And he thought it like there would be no haunting, like he would keep her
Right.
happy or whatever. But for like 50 years,
Oh,
he would
yeah.
be scrounging dolls.
And it was said that
Yeah.
she was like the one haunting the island.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there are probably more than just
And that
her,
she
but
can go through certain dolls and
yeah.
yeah. So
Ugh.
where did you find your informations? Was Wiki.
Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
shit. This one is I just saw the
Take your
name of the
time.
page. Business Insider.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And then Discovery Island of the Dolls is another one because that's what that says. And I'm just doing yeah. The dolls are creepy as shit. That's all I know.
Yeah.
The dolls are creepy, bro. Oh. Okay.
No.
So Ghost Adventures did an episode on it. It was really cool. And if you guys didn't know, well, here's a fun fact. Zach is fucking terrified of dolls. And it's actually really funny how scared he is. I'm sorry, Zach. Sorry, Zach. It's weird, Zach. Let's talk, okay?
For real.
You actually are hot.
Yeah, I don't like to admit it, but
You are a goof. But you are hot.
He's a dilf.
Well, does he have kids?
I thought he did. No,
Wrong.
He's
I'm Zach at Ghost Adventures.
right.
But I bet you if you met me, we'd fucking eat some pizza,
Right.
talk about ghost shit, watch our favorite ghosty movies. And I'd probably get bored and make him leave. Like, if you can't offer me a new scary movie that I cannot find on any platform, then you cannot be at my house.
You sound just like the girl.
He's gonna sacrifice himself. Is it? I'm done. Wait, are we recording? We are. Okay.
Wow.
Well, that was that. So right now we're gonna talk about. We're gonna go into the new one. We're gonna go into the third man syndrome.
The third leg.
Okay, I looked back at it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's man. You fucking loser. The third leg. Is it a baby leg? Keep that to yourself. He's gonna sacrifice himself. Oh shit. Okay.
It's an average size leg.
It's a little one. It's just a kind of a little one. So the third man, syndrome / factor is when someone is in a dangerous or extremely sensitive situation or stressful. Here's a voice giving them encouragement or advice.
What?
This voice is seen as coming from a spiritual or supernatural source, not just like their own fucking head. Like I don't want to talk about my mental state. So here are some personal accounts of third man syndrome. Okay. Can't seem to, my brain doesn't know what this is happening. What's doing it here? Holy. Many people all around the world have reported hearing an encouraging voice or even having strangers help them, only to, find out they were like not there.
I love these stories.
Oh, you do you?
Like, it's like, oh, this old lady helped me.
Oh, run!
Or I helped this old lady cross the street, and then I looked and she's gone. It's like that.
I think they mean it's more
like guardian angel type of.
Yes, I think they mean like somebody else is there to save the day for them.
I love that.
I like it a lot. Okay. So, T.E. Lawrence from Arabia, British Army officer, T.E. Lawrence, also known as Lawrence of Arabia. Why did that say that 18 times? So, reported experiencing the third man factor while leading Arab forces against the Ottoman Empire during World War I. He described hearing a voice that offered encouragement and advice during the difficult time. Okay.
Where's this one? I need it. The fuck?
The fuck? And I hope everyone that needs a third man syndrome gets it.
Yeah.
One way or the other. 2, George S. Patton, American general, reported hearing a mysterious voice during the World War II that gave him guidance and also inspiration. 3, Sir Ernest Shackleton, British explorer, described hearing a mysterious voice during his failed expedition to cross the Antarctica. I meant cross Antarctica. He reported that the voice offered encouragement and helped him to keep going despite these challenges that he faced. 4, Neil Armstrong, American astronaut, the first person to walk on the moon, reported experiencing the third man factor during his historic space mission. He describes hearing a voice that offered encouragement and guidance as he took his first steps on the lunar surface. In 1988 book, Touching the Void, mountain climber Joe Simpson documented a similar experience that he had while climbing in the Peruvian Andes. Simpson recalls a voice that gave him encouragement and direction as he made his way back to the base camp after severe leg injury and a fall from the cliff into crevices. No, into
I
into a crevice.
I just zoned out that whole time thinking because I don't trust Neil Armstrong.
You're saying some people don't believe he was actually on the moon?
I don't know. I just don't trust him because his name is Alien spelled backwards. Neil A spelled alien. You can't
Neil.
trust this motherfucker.
What?
Yeah. Neil A is alien backwards.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but oh, you mean A from Armstrong?
Yeah.
And then his last name spelled backwards. Let's talk
No,
about
his
that.
first name starts backwards.
I meant. Oh, so we're just taking the first letter of his last name.
Yeah. Like if I did Gabby, my last, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be Gabby.
Yeah, but what about Armstrong? What about Armstrong?
That part's just not there.
See, you can't just make shit up.
Yes, you can.
You motherfucker. You
They
can't
thought
just
they
make
were,
shit
the
up.
government thought they were sneaky. He's AI generated.
Okay, well that would be dope. So
that's it. He is.
I go
alien. He's an AI generated
aliens AI.
That's what he is. See, AI aliens. There's an A and an I. And
all right, aliens. Are you one of those weirdos?
Right now, I am.
That's okay. I'm more of a weirdo.
stressing.
Okay. In some accounts, many reported not just hearing that there was a third man, but even seeing someone appear from nowhere to help them and then also disappear. So, the butterfly people of Joplin were widespread. I just want to check the time. Were widespread example of this phenomena during a deadly tornado in Joplin, Missouri in 2011. There were several reports of children who claimed that they were helped during the disaster. I thought that was a dog. By angels. Angels helped them during the disaster. There are just a few examples. Oh, I don't know why I'm talking away from the mic. There are just a few examples of the many personal accounts of third man factor. It is a fascinating phenomenon that continues to capture the imagination. Oh, I could do that. The imagination of the people around the entire world. So, okay. Possible explanations. So there are a lot of possible exclamations for the third man factor, including spiritual and scientific. So let's dig.
So both.
Spiritual explanations. 1, divine intervention. Some people believe that the third man factor is evidence of divine intervention and that the voice heard during intense situations is a message from a higher power offering guidance and encouragement.
That's what I believe.
2, spiritual explanation, guardian angel. Others believe that the third man factor is evidence of a presence of a guardian angel who is offering protection and guidance during difficult times. My voice is cracking.
See, that sounds like the same thing. Because I believe both of those.
No, I guess you can believe whatever you want.
I do think it's your guardian angel. And I'm right. I'm wrong.
Scientific explanations. 1, auditory hallucinations. Some researchers suggest that the third man factor may be a form of auditory hallucinations brought on by the brain's attempt to cope with their extreme stress or fear. That's not unlikely either, because you react to, how your freaking everything is going. Like your brain, traumatic. Like if you're scared, how do you think panic attacks happen? Like sometimes you just, 2, cognitive processing. Cognitive processing. Other researchers propose that the third man factor may be a manifestation of the human brain's tendency to seek out patterns and meaning, even in the face of extreme stress or uncertainty. Okay. So I can understand scientifically where people are coming from and spiritually. I think it'd be a little bit of both, maybe. Depends. I don't know. Psychogenic explanation. Some experts believe that the third man factor may be a psychogenic experience triggered by the stress and trauma of the situation, which causes the brain to perceive a voice that isn't actually there. That's also true. What do people think mental illness can turn into? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really don't know.
I feel like I have a hard time agreeing with that, though, because I feel like every time in movies when I know, like, when we can see that, like, a ghost is actually attacking somebody.
Yeah.
And other people are just like, "You're just remembering it wrong." Like, it makes me so mad. So I think that's why I'm having a hard time agreeing with it.
Yeah, because people like to. This is the thing when you're a what is it?
I'm an empath.
Yes, you are an empath,
I
but when you're
wish.
also a horror, I think you are. I
I don't
think
know
you are.
why I wanna be.
Well, Jor or
Like, but then I feel like lately I have felt like I am, and it's horrible. 'Cause
yeah,
then I
because you
feel like
feel
I'm like,
everything.
like I'm crying at
Well,
everything.
that just is also that you're a fucking
I'm also
19-year-old
did start my
girl.
period, yeah.
Yeah. Menstruation. Menstruation.
What?
It's turkey time, bitch. Oh my god. Listen, I hit that shit sometimes.
Do you hear our voices?
Yeah, we're reverb. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see what this one do. Ba. A B C D.
X.
No, X is not next. Let's see. I feel like if you could visually picture us somewhere, do not cough in this. If you could visually picture us right now, where would we be?
The beach.
No, listen to the fucking sound.
Oh, a cave.
You said a cave, okay. So what I picture is we are in a fucking tunnel. Like a
Oh,
white
yeah.
alien tunnel.
Ew.
And we're like, get good.
And we're gonna get chased by that guy with no joke.
Oh my God, let's not talk bad about Ebenezer.
Well,
He
no,
didn't
I just
realize he was
forgot his
drinking
name.
radioactive water.
But like that's what my nightmare is gonna be about tonight. I'm gonna be in a white tunnel and he's gonna chase me. And
That's
it's gonna
scary.
scare me.
He still has a tongue from what I thought. And maybe he doesn't. Never mind.
I
He
don't
doesn't even have
care if he has a tongue.
Listen, he doesn't even have a fucking mouth. His tongue is nowhere. Sorry, God.
Like, I feel horrible, but it's scary.
Scary is mother F, dude.
Now I feel like
Scary.
I'm getting haunted by.
Scary is mother F.
Please pray for me tonight.
No. I go, no. No. Oh. Wrong.
Yeah.
So here is some stories of third man syndrome peoples. Okay. When I was young, around 9 years old, I had to have plenty major surgeries for birth defect. I was feeling sick, in pain, and frustrated about not being able to sleep or get out of bed. When I rang the bell for the night, nurses, for them to come and help me to either use the bathroom or whatever. A smiling man, hold on, I'm using my freaking, I can't, that's freaking hilarious. A smiling man, okay, came in, dressed in all white, straight to me to help me. He was so happy and I felt so peaceful with the biggest smile on his face and like a bright aura to him. Now, this is this person saying it. He always came straight to me as the bell rang. The next day, after the second night of him helping me, I had asked another nurse if he would be on duty that night. The staff was very confused with me and I didn't know why. Like, I was like, what's the big deal? Right. So even after that she explained it, she told them that there weren't, or the woman told her that there weren't any male staffers on duty the past 2 nights, and that none of the porters or other staff wore all white or would have been answering bells on that ward. Bum, bum, da-da. No, that's good. No, I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I keep doing the shame one. Oh. Okay, so here's another one. I know it's creepy. It's good creepy, though.
Yeah.
Okay, 2. I once fell about 10 feet from a ledge overlooking a lake.
Nope, I've heard enough.
Up a fun enough.
Creepy.
What did you just say?
I said, nope, I've heard enough.
Nope, I've heard enough. I thought you went up a benefit. Benefit. I don't even know. I was like, I can't pretend to know what you just said. So this ledge was above large rocks, and as I fell, I was sure I was about to be gravel. Gravely. I went this whole episode not messing up really too many words. Gravely hurt. I was about to be gravely hurt when I fell. Suddenly, I felt a large hand on my back that caught me and pushed me against the wall. Surprised, I turned around to thank, in my eyes, my savior.
Yeah.
Someone that saved me. and no one was freaking there. I was dangling over the rocks, feeling the hand as it pushed me straight against the wall until both my feet were secured. I can't explain what happened that day, but I do know that there was someone or something there that saved me. Anonymous. Only the other one was also anonymous.
Uh,
Ooh. Number 3. Twice in my 20s, I fell asleep while driving on the highway. I'm not trying to be mean, but if you're tired, you guys, pull over and take a nap,
even
man.
remotely at all.
Yeah.
I've
Don't
seen a lot of
drive.
videos of people falling asleep at the wheel.
Don't,
They're scary.
don't. Dude, I had a guy friend. I'm not crying. My voice just broke. It's very sad though. I had a guy friend and
I feel like you told me.
we were going to date. Yeah. And I was supposed to go out with him this was years ago. And I was going to go out with him, but I didn't that night because I had some other things I had to situate at the time.
Mhm.
And that night he went out, and then when he drove home, he fell asleep a mile from his exit and died. So he flew out of his truck and the truck landed on his chest. Yeah, he flew out the
Oh
window. So for a while there, I was really upset thinking, "Oh, I was supposed to be with him that night." It's like one of our like first night like out like dating kind of thing
Oh,
with
right.
some other people, and I just, whatever. And I thought, "Oh, I could have kept him like awake."
Right.
And you can't think like that. But
Yeah.
this is my thing. I don't care how tired you are, I don't care how close you are to home.
Yeah.
Pull over.
For real.
Pull over, punch yourself in the face 5 or 6 times. Listen, when I used to drive from Florida to New York or from New York back to Florida, which now I'm in New York, um, I used to slap myself in the face.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we would switch and he drove a lot of it.
Yeah.
But like it's hard. I mean, it's hard sometimes to
Like
drive. It was a 17 and a half hour ride, but it took like 22 with stopping the dog's gas, you know what I mean? Or the
right.
dog's gap. Yeah. But don't fall
I
asleep. Sorry we
yeah.
went on this tangent. But twice in his 20s, he fell asleep while driving on the highway. Just in the nick of time, a voice from the back seat said my name in a very commanding tone, like, wake me up, like, whoa, so I could hit the brakes. I'm still very much alive,
Wow.
76 years old, actually. And I figure someone up there likes me. This was Laura St. Louis.
That was cute how
Mhm.
she worded it.
4, I'm disabled and I survived attacks. I survived the attacks on the Twin Towers. I was buried under the debris for about 15 hours, but I was never alone. I kept hearing from a voice that said his name was Michael when I was weakest. He would just keep me talking to him. When I was rescued, I found out that there was never a man named Michael anywhere in this area or saving me at all.
See,
I still wonder I still wonder who the voice was that saved me from becoming another death of that terrible day.
oh,
Okay,
see,
now what you're gonna
times
say.
like that, that's when I feel like I probably like I don't know. This is when I feel like I think I might be an empath or whatever it's called. Cause like I feel like I'm gonna cry thinking, but then it's like, yeah, it's just a really sad story. Shut the fuck up.
There's a mix there. Listen, there's a mixture.
Like,
Empaths, for example, from what I think, because I'm absolutely an empath, and I'm a sensitive, and so is JoJo Goal. She's probably a little more than that, but empath, like an empath, for example, let's say we're sitting together or whatever, someone's in pain, someone's sad, someone, whatever. You can kind of, you feel it. You are the same thing. You don't feel it and like, oh, I know that they're mad. No, you feel mad. You know
right.
what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't realize that they are, gifted with certain things. And, as a Christian, a lot of Christians don't like to believe in that stuff. Comes from
Yeah.
the devil, blah, blah, blah. But, I have my own beliefs in things, and I'm a Jesus Christ follower. I do believe in God. Um, I still read the Bible. I still need to all the time because I can never, I can't get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it,
Mhm.
but it's like I got to keep reading it. I just gotta.
I wanna watch that movie.
Yes, we're gonna watch Passion of the Christ. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So good. It's so good. If you haven't seen it and you guys like that stuff, check it out.
For real.
So, okay. So we're gonna move. We're gonna move on down. Number 5. When my husband was in his 20s, he fell asleep while driving and crashed into a telephone pole. He was hurt and remembered a teenage kid knocking on his window and telling him that he called the police and not to get out of the car because there were live wires everywhere. My husband was finally rescued. There was never a sign of a kid. The police said that no one had called them. They just came because of the power that was out.
Uh.
Not only that, but they said there was no way anyone could have gotten close to this car on account of the wires that were out. And if my husband had tried to get out of the car, they probably would have killed him. So my husband vividly remembers that this kid, he believes he was real, but his mom believes it was his guardian angel, an animus.
Anonymous?
Anonymous. Okay. A few years ago, this is 6, we were on a family vacation in Virginia Beach. The water was pretty choppy and the waves kept knocking me down before I could even properly, get in. So as I was she was pregnant. Oh. I decided to relax on the sand instead. My husband and my 3 siblings went out swimming, and without realizing it, my husband and one of my sisters got pulled out pretty far. They were far from everyone out swimming, and a lifeguard was blowing the whistle that they need to come back in. The water was rough. They were having a hard time getting any closer to shore, and genuinely, they thought that they might drown. My sister is pretty petite, so my husband ended up carrying her piggyback style back to shore. Mm-hmm. They were both pretty scared and tired. My husband told me that something or someone helped them back or make it back. It felt like someone gave them a push or gave him a push. The next day, there was a perfect handprint on his back on the right side by his shoulder blade. It looked like a reverse sunburn in the perfect shape of a hand. Someone was definitely looking out for them that day. Emily in Ohio.
Oh.
All right, here's another one. I was dancing with my friend at a foam party, which is where they hang a machine from the ceiling that dumps tons of bubbles onto the dance floor, which I plan to go and do on my birthday vacation with Leslie Gould and Tina Gould on vacation. The foam was super deep under the machine, and the floor was super slippery because of the soapy bubbles. My friend slipped into the foam, and I fell down onto the floor under all the bubbles with her. When I tried to breathe, it was like I was drowning. The foam filled my lungs like water. I couldn't open my eyes. My feet and my hands kept slipping, so I couldn't stand up. No one could hear us choking and screaming over the music. I was slipping all over on the floor, holding on my friend's shirt. Just as I thought we were going to drown in the bubbles, someone pulled us up. It was as though we'd been lifted or pushed because there was no way anyone could have grabbed me by my arm. I was way too slippery. Heather and I couldn't even hold hands. Our skins were so slick. I was lucky just to hang on to her shirt. In quotes, we came out of the bubbles choking and gasping, covered in soap, clinging onto each other. When I wiped my eyes clear, there was no one there except the other person dancing around us. Or the other people, sorry. They were all obvious to us though. They didn't even know we had fallen. Oh. Oblivious. Whoa. They were all oblivious to us, though they didn't even know we had fallen, or no one had even seen anyone pull us up, nor did anyone ask if we were all right. Needless to say, I never went to a foam party again.
What?
That's kind of scary now. Maybe we're not.
That's terrifying.
I can swim. I'll swim across the floor till I get to a wall and pull myself up.
What if you get stepped on?
Jesus. Step on me, they'll pull me up then. You know what I'm saying?
What if they
go over and grab people's legs?
What if they just like, oh,
sorry, I'm not
this
dissing
floor
you.
is all whack.
Anonymous. I said, I'm sorry, I'm not dissing you, Anonymous. Okay. 8. I was driving north from Portland to Seattle for a last minute appointment. I was very tired and the rainy weather was not helping at all.
Wake up.
I was using my phone as a GPS and it fell off the mounter dashboard holder and onto the footwell below. I was on a major freeway and in my tired state started to scramble to find my phone. I know it's dumb, but I didn't know where it was going. And at this point, I could barely see the road as I was looking for the device. So 2 things that make me mad. Don't text and drive. Don't fuck around with your phone and drive. Please.
See, I can't talk because this happened to me, but with iced teas. Because one time I was taking a turn. No, listen. My God. I was taking a turn.
You can't hang out anymore.
I had iced teas in a little carrier because I had so many of them because we had family visiting. And I took the turn. I must have taken it too fast.
Yeah.
And they tipped over because they were, the way they put them in the cup holder, there was 2.
Yeah.
And then there was 2 empty spots. So it tipped over and I was trying to catch them. before they spilled all over my
Oh my
mom's car,
God.
and I got in an accident right around the corner from our house.
Oh my God.
That's the only accident I've ever gotten in, though, so it's not my fault.
It is your fault. It's all your fucking fault. So, anyways, at this point, she could barely see the road, she says. And I was looking down for the device, and all of a sudden, I felt my steering wheel jerk to the left and then to the right again. I popped back up to see what was going on. I narrowly missed hitting a road worker, narrowly missed hitting a road worker by maybe a foot by swerving out and back in the lane again. I had not moved that wheel. Grandma used to say, "Don't drive faster than your angels can fly." And I could feel her in that moment.
Ew.
Pollen and salt. That's the signature.
That just made me feel sick. And
Creepy.
goosebumps.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Seems like a lot of people were driving, is what I'm noticing. I was driving back to college my freshman year and got totally lost in the heavily wooded area. This was before GPS and cell phones, so I was just stuck on these roads alone. I couldn't find my way to the highway, and I was looking for, and as the sun set, a huge storm broke out. I was looking for what? I couldn't find my way to the highway I was looking for. And as the sun set, a huge storm broke out and started pouring. Yeah,
Oh,
but
gosh.
mm, mm, mm. The rain was so heavy, I could barely see anything. Suddenly, a house with all the lights on it appeared. It was the only house I had seen for miles. So, against my better judgment, I parked the car and went running for the door. The house had a fence, but no gate to open. So, I hopped the fence and started banging on the door, and I asked for help. A woman opened the door and invited me inside. The house was empty except for a big beanbag chair in the kitchen. She said they had just moved in and her husband had left to get something. So it was just us. I was soaking wet, so she offered me a change of clothes and poured me a cup of tea. She let me use her phone to call my parents, but they didn't even answer. So I left her number on the machine so they could call her back and thank her. She said I was really close to the highway, but understood I had already had a rough night, so she offered to drive and guide me to the highway so that I wouldn't get lost again.
Oh.
Turns out, if I had just kept driving another minute up the road, I would have hit the highway. My mom called the number I gave the next day, but we got an error saying that this number does not exist. Despite having driven that road many times later in my college career, I never saw that house again.
I'm done.
Johanna from Georgia.
I'm done.
That's crazy. Number 10.
Oh, gosh.
Couple more. We're going to go. Years ago, I was heading back today. Years ago, I was heading back by train from my parents' house to the university. It was late, and I had my head resting on the window with my eyes closed. Suddenly, a voice startled me and started telling me to move. It got louder and more urgent. But when I opened my eyes, there was no one yelling at me on this train. The other few passengers were all minding their business. The voice in my head got louder and louder and more urgent. I felt silly moving, but I finally couldn't ignore the voice any longer, so I scooted his seat over and sat upright. Just then, a bullet came through the train window right where my head had been. I'd have been done for had I stayed where I was. Anonymous. See, those things I don't think are scientific.
There's no way to explain
I think
that.
those are
Miracles.
spiritual miracles, supernatural in some way.
That's your guardian angel.
That's what I'm saying.
What I believe.
Yeah. My father-in-law, number 11, my father-in-law told me that my husband, who was a premature baby, was very fragile. As they were coming home from the hospital, he was coming down with a very icy, slippery set of, he was coming down a very icy, slippery set of stairs with my husband in his arms when all of a sudden he tripped and he almost fell. Someone caught him literally midair. He turned around and no one was there. He told me it wasn't humanly possible for him to have done this alone, as he was pretty much on the ground when he was held up by his arms. He is sure someone saved his baby that day for whatever reason. What's that? Agataktakminavia. So when she said my father-in-law told me that my husband, who was a premature baby, I just got picturing a grown man in his father's arms because I'm fucked up right now. Sorry, Agataktakamenaiva. Number 12. I was a teenager in the 80s and was driving alone at night in a rainstorm.
I love that.
Fucking driving. I hate driving at night, especially in the rain. Anyway, I ended up hitting a pothole and my tire popped. I was kind of in the middle of nowhere, but somehow made it to a parking lot. It was empty from what I could tell. This was obviously before cell phones or anything. So I was going to try and change my tire myself when I realized I didn't have a spare. So I sat back in my seat trying to think of what to do when I heard a tap on the passenger window. There was a man's voice saying, "You need a hand, miss?" I felt my car being jacked up and heard the sound of someone messing with my tire. I remember clutching a tire iron in my hand as I got out of the car to try and get a better look at the guy and see what the hell was going on. As suddenly as he appeared, he was freaking gone. I sat in my car again, still thinking. A few minutes later, the rain cleared up a bit, and I made my way to the store whose parking lot I ended up in to try and use their phone to call my dad. My dad showed up with a spare tire, only to tell me all my tires were totally fine. So now I always wonder if any of it was real at all. Anonymous. So I'm going to say in this story, I don't want to say I don't believe her, but
Right.
I mean, but then who am I to say miracles can't happen? You can't be like, bam, bam, boom, the tires are on. But if
Right.
this guy's, fucking getting your car off the ground and putting tires on, I would have opened the door within 8 seconds of him saying something.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
know.
would have cracked my window down first.
Exactly. I wouldn't have sat in there while my car was being
Exactly.
I
Like
don't
I'm
know.
picturing
Yeah.
it. I'm just like, you're really just sitting in your
Yeah,
car.
no,
while
I
he's-
feel like real we would get out.
I would have asked if he needed
Maybe not.
help.
Maybe not. Maybe she was scared.
I feel like, yeah, because my
With the
parents
door
are
locked,
like,
stay in your car.
stay in your car. Like, don't
Yeah.
crack the window.
All right,
more
so
than-
maybe we take it back. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Mhm. Okay, so I'm going to read, I think, one more, and I'm trying. Okay. It was the summer of 1986, and I was about 5 when this happened. My father was a Marine, and the Marines brought their families together for a day of hot dogs, baseball, and fun. How come that sounds so fun to me?
I'm picturing that. It is
That's
fun.
what I'm saying. In a Marine. Thank you for your services, everybody. Army, Marine, any Air Force, all y'all.
Jeff was in the military.
Yep. My grandfather's in the Air Force. Like, we're all about that. America.
I like just the younger
America.
generation, though.
America. Listen, we are
Of the military
Americans.
boys.
So, anyways, the park we were at had a paved walking trail. That was basically just a really big circle around the park. So little 5-year-old me had my hot dog, went for a walk on the trail, and at the furthest-ish point on the trail from where everyone else was, I began to choke. I took a bite of the hot dog that was way too big, and I was having difficulty chewing it, which led me to accidentally swallow it before it was ready to be swallowed. I knew I was done for. I stood there looking at the ground, hot dog in my left hand and right hand, where I felt the stuck dog right below my voice box. I was trying my hardest to push or vomit it out. I began to think I'm going to die. That's the very second I felt the urge to look up. To my left, not 3 feet away, was a tiny little old lady. She was the straight up stereotypical image of a sweet little old lady in a motorized cart. No, I made that up. That's in Dumb and Dumber. I got robbed by a sweet old lady in a motorized cart.
That's what I pictured.
No, it was a sweet little old lady sitting on a bench, smiling at him. Did something go off? I quickly monitored her that I was choking and needed her help. So in her soft, sweet, smiling old lady voice like mine right now, because it's dry and I have nothing left.
For real?
Okay. She says, "Oh, I know. You need to just relax. Everything's going to be fine." Seeing her happy calmness made her instruction to do that seem like a really good idea. So I relaxed. The moment I began to relax was the moment I felt the hot dog move back up my throat and back into my mouth. Then I spit it out on the ground at my feet. I was in shock, literally seeing a half of a hot dog on the ground. I couldn't believe I took that big of a freaking bite. I'm not sure how long I was staring at that hot dog, but it couldn't have been more than like a second or two. So I looked back up again, and there was no bench, and there was no old lady.
That's weird.
I just lost it and started crying, standing there until one of the other Marines noticed me, and he came back to check on me. When he asked what was wrong, I blubberingly mumbled through my tears what had happened. He stood up quick and quit as a spit sizzle. Shit. He stood up quick as a spit sizzle. I love that. Looking around for this old lady and then walked me back to the rest of my family. Anonymous.
Just so you know, hot dogs, when you throw them up, look exactly like what you would think. Barely digested hot dog thrown up would look like. Because I saw a kid throw up a hot dog the other day.
Oh, Lord, so have I many times.
And then it was on the bottom of my shoe.
Ew. No.
Yeah, I Lysol the shit.
You know, I used to watch you when you were little, and you guys did this shit many times.
Hot dogs anymore, so thank God.
Yeah, thank fucking God.
Ron! Like McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget!
Just kidding, I love them.
All right, so right now, we're going to start reading our little cat and the scary stories. Okay. When ghosts struggle... Oh, why am I reading it there? When ghosts struggle with new technology. Ooh. I don't know why that's on. Let's just leave it on then. All right. A woman had just put up her feet to relax when her young son came home from school and excitedly asked if he could play with her new cell phone. She agreed, and he took off down the hall with the phone. Later in the evening, she went to find her son and found him asleep on her bed with the phone in his hand. Curious, she took the phone, sat on the edge of the bed, and checked what her son had been doing. He had changed her background, downloaded a game, and taken a picture. So smiling, she opened up the camera to see the photo. What she saw was so chilling she nearly dropped the phone. The picture showed her son asleep on the bed as though someone had taken the picture from above. The left side of the frame showed half of a face. She could not make out the features, but it was clear the mysterious being had attempted to take a selfie.
I'm done.
Okay, let me tell you this. An ex thought it was a lie, and it's not. When I lived alone back in 2010, I would always sleep on the couch downstairs. And I never went up to my bedroom. There's 3 bedrooms, but I never went up to my bedroom. And I fell asleep. And like a couple of days later, I was going through my phone for something, pictures. The night I fell asleep on the couch, something had taken pictures of me sleeping on the couch, like a few feet away from me, like at my head length on the couch, like head height.
You had a gremlin in your house taking pictures of you.
Shit.
A little leprechaun.
Do you want to know 5 celebrities who believe in ghosts?
Miley Cyrus.
That's not what. I mean, she might, but I'm just gonna give you these ones.
I don't know.
Try to guess some more.
Are they like modern-ish?
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj.
No.
What's his name? Jim Carrey.
Okay, you're done. Dan Aykroyd.
Who?
Really? She is fucking 19. Holy shit. Ghostbusters, Nothing But Trouble. You know Dan Aykroyd? Yeah, you still don't know, you fucker. Demi Lovato.
Oh, I should have known that.
Demi Lovato.
That bitch definitely plays a ghost.
Emma Stone.
I could see
Easy A, yep. Ewan McGregor.
Was that Conor McGregor's little brother?
Ewan. What? Ewan? You don't, oh my God, he's in. I'm going to have to show you. Helena Bonham Carter. Bonham.
That sounds fun.
That sounds fun. So those are some celebs. Okay.
Me.
Here's a quote. One need not be a chamber to be haunted. One need not be a house. The brain has corridors surpassing material place. Emily Dickinson.
That felt like she was inside of my brain for a split second. I know.
That's what poems do if you actually listen. You know what I'm saying? Ghost quiz. Ghost quiz. Okay. Ghost quiz. Here we go. Okay. All right. In which state? Really? Stop fucking coughing. In which state did the Amityville horror, in which a family was tormented violently by a malevolent spirit or spirits, inspiring a book and a series of movies, where did this take place? A, Massachusetts. B, New Hampshire. C, Connecticut. Or D, New York.
I feel like I have to say Massachusetts.
You're going with A, Massachusetts.
I don't know what the... That or... No, New York.
You are so... Thank God, because it is. It is D, New York.
I was like, wait a second.
Okay. You saved yourself. Famous paintings of ghosts. It's kind of like a family portrait, only really creepy. Gustave Courbet's painting, A Burial at Ornans in 1849 to 1850, depicts a funeral in the small town where he was born. What made the painting a sensation at the time was not only its artistry, but also its mixture of realism and spiritualism. Everyone in the painting is an actual Ornans inhabitant, even the watchful figure of Courbet's recent deceased grandfather in the far left corner of this painting, which I'll post a picture of. He appears to be watching his own funeral. Creepy. Okay, here's our last little calendar fun. How about a swim? This is called the Devil's Pool.
I'm dead.
How about a swim forever? South of Cairns, Australia. Good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
The ice box, like we said last time.
Like we said last time. In Australia, there's a creek with a pool.
Somebody said creep with a pool.
There's a creep with a pool. Go with more than one friend. Okay, so there is a creek with a pool that has long been popular destination for travelers backpacking through the jungle. This is despite the fact that more than a dozen people have drowned there, mostly men, while the slippery boulders and fast-moving water are likely to blame. Locals believe it a different story. They say an Aboriginal woman married to an elder from her community fell in love with a man from another tribe. Didn't we just talk about Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Jeez, it's on Aboriginal. And then fell in love with a man from another tribe. The lovers tried to flee, but were captured near Devil's Pool. Some say that the woman threw herself into the pool and drowned. Some believe she jumped in because of grief, while others say she was trying to escape. After she died, her cries shook the very earth, and the creek began to churn and surge. Today, the pool may seem calmer, but her spirit resides there still, pulling careless men under the surface to join in her watery afterlife. Okay, guys. So I'm going to close out and let you know some sources. So let's see. One of the main sources I used for a lot of the fun things that we talked about today is the Paranormal Catalog. So it's unexplained phenomena or, whatever. All the stories that we looked up is on that, actually, most of them. And then we have third man syndrome, spiritual phenomena, or survival mechanism. I said mechanism. So yep, so that's that. And obviously some BuzzFeed. So that was my sourcing. And if you can't tell, it's just myself. I have to close out by myself. We had some technical difficulties downloading the parts that we had done due to a big storm here and no Wi-Fi. So anyways, I'm back to let you guys know that you can support the podcast through a link at the bottom of our Spotify about us, our podcast stuff. So you can follow that link and you can support $9.99 $4.99 and 99 cents. Or you can go to Venmo, S Gouli, Gholli, Gonzo, Gonzo, and it's at Ghouli 23. So I'm in a black tank top and chilling. So if you want to support us, go for it. And we are on Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, Google Pod, Radio Republic, iHeartRadio, soon to be YouTube Music. We are on Facebook at Sinister Ghouls /Twisted Sisters. Join it. We are on Instagram at Sinister Ghouls Podcast. Join that. We have an email. If you have any cool, wicked tales you want on the episode, email us at sinisterghoul23@gmail.com. And we are also on X, Sinister Ghouls /Twisted Sister. I'm sorry, sisters. So anyways, you guys, it was a pretty cool episode. I really enjoyed listening to Gabagoo's, her stories that she looked up. She's very nervous, but I think it went well. And as always, we appreciate you guys so, so, so much. And we hope you enjoyed all of the stuff. And spread our name out there, get us out there like butter. And that's it. Great. Give us a 5-star. Give us one. I mean, if you don't want, I don't, but give us one. I'm laughing at myself. So, anyways, I hope you have a fantastic day and a good evening. Stay safe, stay sexy, stay spooky.